Hey, beautiful. I hope you're taking care of yourself, staying hydrated, and getting enough sleep. Today you, along with Zani, are about to discuss about a new endgame mode. So, without wasting any more time, let's get this party started. So this new mode is called Virtual Crisis, Prototype Trials, but everyone's already calling it Tower of Babel because it's similar to Punishing Grey Raven's Babel Tower. If you've played that, you already know this is gonna be brutal. Well, this mode isn't just about skill. It also heavily tests how well built your characters are. Now, before you panic, no, you don't need to be some hardcore min-maxer to clear it. The good news, there's no time limit. As long as you play carefully, heal up, and don't make dumb mistakes, you can slowly grind your way through. The bad news, if you want to push higher stress levels, you can't just brute force your way through. This event offers various difficulty tiers. Up to difficulty 20, things are still fairly manageable. But once you hit stress level 32, let's be real, 90 to 99% of players will not be clearing it. This is not an exaggeration. If you want to survive at the highest level, you either need to wail for S6 characters and nuke everything, or you need at least 2 solid supports with healing capabilities to clear up. And speaking of survival, your rotations matter more than ever. The arena itself burns HP over time, so you can't just keep one character on the field forever. You'll need to swap constantly, manage healing, and avoid unnecessary damage. If you're used to playing in a way where you just tank hits and burst enemies down, this mode is about to humble you fast. Now, let's talk about meta relevance, because some characters are about to skyrocket in value. Cantarella and Brant? Absolute monsters here. Cantarella's healing never stops, and as long as she doesn't get overwhelmed, she can stay alive forever using Shorekeeper's Liberation. Meanwhile, Brant brings both shields and healing, which makes him tanky, though he struggles a bit in the Inferno Rider stage because of the fusion resistance and arena hazards. And then there's Changli, who might turn out to be insane for this mode, since she doesn't need to stay on field for long, and her rotations are already designed around quick swaps. But here's where things get interesting. One of the challenges straight up bans sword, broadblade, and gauntlet characters from being used alongside pistol and rectifier characters. That means you can't just throw together your usual team and expect it to work. Suddenly, non-rectifier supports are in massive demand. So are we about to see more Brant-style hybrid supports in the future? Maybe Chikona will fit into that role. And if you don't have Shorekeeper, well, have fun suffering. Now, all of this is based on the info shared by the player on Tiba, who played this mode. So keep in mind, this is their perspective. Things could change on release. But right now, this is what we know. Let's talk mechanics. First off, there's no time limit, so you can take things slow, plan out your moves, and not panic about a ticking clock. The game gives you 3 trial characters per stage, so even if you're not a hardcore player with a stacked roster, you'll still have a fighting chance. You can reuse characters across trials, but the support modules you equip won't carry over, meaning you'll have to plan carefully. This game mode consists of 11 stages, 7 normal trials, where you obtain buffs, and 4 hard trials, where you obtain stress level score. For those worried about difficulty, don't stress too much. You don't need to hit max difficulty to get all the rewards. The requirement is stress level 48, which is way easier than going for the extreme cap. And for those who love to flex, hitting 48 stars will get you a special title. Now, let's talk about Inferno Rider at max stress level, because this stage is absolute hell. The arena itself burns 3% of your max HP per second. And no, shields won't save you. If that wasn't bad enough, half the arena is literally on fire, and stepping into it gives you a stacking fusion burst dot. Get 10 stacks. But wait, there's more. If you killed an enemy, they explode too, dealing massive HP loss. If you have used Resonance skill, there goes 20% of your HP. One cool thing about this mode, it actually makes healing and defensive echoes viable. Healing echoes, shield echoes, even damage immune echoes like Excarat actually have real value here. Since there's no time limit, you can actually experiment with different echo setups instead of just defaulting to DPS echoes. Some testers even said that Babel Tower is way better than Tactical Hologram. The mechanics force you to actually engage with different strategies, and for the first time in Wuthering Wave's history, healers and shields aren't just nice to have, they're straight up necessary. And before I wrap this up, if you thought wuwa's healing and shields were overrated, this mode is about to prove you dead wrong. Shields make a massive difference in survival, and healing counters the negative 40% healing debuff in Babel Tower. If you're sleeping on Cantarella and Shorekeeper's Resonance Chain, you might want to reconsider. Now, just a final disclaimer, this is all based on what we know from Tiba and other sources, so things might shift when version 2.2 officially drops, but as of now, this is what's coming. That's all Zani has for now. If you watched till the end, you're a legend. Stay awesome, and I'll see you in the next one.